Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of my boat, so stay tuned. Alright, so I've been getting a lot of questions about my boat. A lot of my videos, a few of you guys have been asking me to show you guys my boat, so I'm going to do that today. So let's get started. So I basically built everything for the boat. I did not get the boat like this. It's a 14 foot by I think 36 inches wide. It's not really that big, but it's a 14 foot. And I can't actually tell you the model because when I got it from the guy who sold it to me, it actually didn't have a manufacturer plate and didn't even have like a manufacturer name on it anywhere near the boat. So I don't know exactly what model slash maker makes this boat. I just know it's a 14 by 36 aluminum skiff. A skiff is when you have a V-hull, which makes it a skiff, and then a flat bottom, that's technically a John boat. But basically to me an aluminum boat is a John boat, but this is technically a skiff. So let's go ahead and do the tour. Let's start from the back. So this is where I keep most of my tackle. Well, not most of the tackle, but a decent amount of tackle. I got jigs, chatterbaits, different things. Everything's made out of wood. Everything, I mean, the back part is only coated in resin. It's not coated in like paint. I didn't paint it or anything. I just kind of built the frame and then just kind of did everything together, and then I just coated it in resin and called it a day, and then put all the carpet together. So but this is where I keep most of my stuff, or a good majority of my stuff. Knives, tools, you know, any little loose items I'll just kind of toss in there. And yeah, everything's carpeted from the inside, except that like I said, I kind of got lazy and I just wanted to finish this project pretty fast, you know. So okay, so this is the back hatch. This is where I keep my gas tank. I only have this right here. You always got to have your fire extinguisher just in case anything happens, you know. And then right here I run my gas line through here, through the end, plugs into my motor. And then I actually have I believe this is a 1975 Johnson 15 two-stroke Seahorse, and it's pretty nice. It pushes me by myself almost on a good day like 17 miles an hour, maybe even 18, you know. It just really depends. Everything is made out of wood, so it's a little bit more heavier, which is pretty good when I'm by myself because it evens out the weight of the casting deck towards the front. With the weight of the motor, it kind of evens out the boat and gets me on plane. So that's why I'm able to go like 17, almost 18 miles an hour when I'm running this thing, you know. I got a little extension arm here. Oh, let me just throw this back right here. But I got a little extension arm here, you know. I don't have a seat. I used to have seats, but I took them off. And when I sit right here, you know, I don't have to reach all the way towards the back. I can just reach right here, and my arm's right there, you know. And by the way, the boat is a little messy. I just went fishing the other day and it's a little windy, so there's kind of a bunch of crap going everywhere. I do have a few rod holders. I have these Bass Pro ones, and then I think these are Scotties if I remember right, but I don't remember officially. But yeah, I got some rod holders. Usually I don't do a lot of trolling. I have done a lot of trolling in the past, but I'm not a big fan of trolling. If you watch my videos, you know, I'm a power fisherman, so I'll cast, you know, and search for that search for those fish, you know. So I'm a big power fisherman, you know. So I do have these though, just in case, you know, if any of my buddies want to troll around, or if we're gonna go to Willow Beach, try for some big striper, you know, because trolling is the key out there, you know. So this is the back of the boat. You know, this is actually it's not a short shaft, but it's a man, I couldn't actually tell you, but it's actually a pretty decent size, or pretty good length for this boat. You know, the cavitation plate sits a little bit high or lower, so if I can get it just a little bit higher, like an inch or two, I think I'd be pushing like 19 miles an hour with this. And then yeah, here's another rod holder. And the only reason I have these plates, these aluminum plate or steel plates on here, is because my trailer lights have been a little jacked up. I got brand new wiring, so I just got to redo it. But I've been using those quick magnetic lights that you attach to your car. But since this is an aluminum boat, nothing's magnetic to this, so, or not, yeah, nothing will stick to this. So I decided kind of just to bolt these steel plates on right here, which are just L brackets, and I just keep my lights here, and then it works out for me, you know. But once I get my trailer lights fixed, like I said, I got all my new wiring already, so I just got to redo the lighting now. So once I get that done, this stuff's gonna come off. So, and then I got some buttons right here. These are this first button is actually my fish finder button, which my fish finder is right over there. The second one, I do have a bilge pump installed. The bilge pump pumps water out through here, so if I ever hit like a rock and I start leaking a lot of water or taking in a lot of water, I can just flip the switch and it'll start pumping all the water out, you know. And then I do have my navigation lights, which is the red and green lights up front. I have them on the side, and we'll get to those in a second. As far as the other buttons, I don't have anything plugged in, so even if I did anything to them, they won't do anything, you know. I only have these three set, but I do have room for extra lights and other stuff if I really wanted to. And then I do store my boat outside, so this stuff, which I was hiding my cable, this kind of came off of the boat. I just got to try to find a better solution to do that. And also, actually, I had somebody step on this somehow, so it kind of popped off like that. This I actually use for my GoPro. This is a little pole that I keep here, and it has a little GoPro attachment, so I can get some good shots angling the boat that way. And so I just keep this just in case if I ever need to use it, you know. It works really good for filming. And then I do have some rod straps on the sides. This is where I usually strap my rods right here, so I can put two rods right on this end right here, and then I got the other two right here. So two rods will sit long ways right here, and then let's move over to the front. I got my other two rod straps over here in the front, so I can put 3 rods here, 3 rods on the other side, and it works really good. You know, and this is just a little bungee cord to keep my rods from dangling everywhere, you know, and even falling off the boat if I'm going too fast. And I do have a paddle. I think that's necessary for any boat owner. You know, you never know when your trolling motor is going to fail. You never know when your actual main engine is going to fail. So having a paddle to push you around as last minute resort is a plus, you know. And then I have these mats in here. I got these mats at I believe Lowe's, maybe. They're just like these thick rubber mats, and it's a little dirty, but don't mind the mess, guys. The only reason I got these mats is because before it was just the plain aluminum, and this has like a little like this is higher, you know, so you wouldn't step and you could easily trip on this. So what I did, I got the mats, cut them down to size, so now when I go to step, I step flat in every time, you know, so it's nice and flat. It's a little bit more flat than it was before, you know. So, and obviously you got to have a cooler. Now in some of my videos you've seen me with 2 coolers. I have my drink cooler, it's pretty empty right now. Well, it's completely empty. But, and then I have the live well cooler. I'll bring both sometimes, it just really depends, you know, if I want to like hold on to some fish for some pictures and stuff. And let's come over to this side now. So I got a little rod holder here. It's not the most secure, but it holds basic stuff, you know, rods. You can put like a small set of pliers here, honestly, but It's just a regular rod holder. And then all my wiring comes down through here, comes all through here, all through the end. And then same, I got wiring running down through that way too. And then my net, let's get this off. My net can just kind of slide right out of here, and I just keep it in there just because I don't have any room to put it anywhere. I don't like keeping it out like this because I feel like it just kind of bugs me and gets in my way sometimes, you know. So I prefer to kind of just slide it in and then kind of just tuck it right here, call it a day like that, you know. And yeah, so I do have these ankle cleats, anchor cleats, or whatever they're called, some type of cleat. Just have a little amount of rope, not too long, just so I can tie off to the side when I'm docking the boat or something, you know. And then yep, my fish finder's right here. I have it set on demo mode just to show you that you know, there's some fish, what it looks like. You know, it shows me my depth, water temperature, and stuff like that. So it's a really good fish finder. Highly recommend it, especially if you're kind of just getting into fish finders. I was gonna get a bigger one, but the only reason I got this one was I just wanted to have a quick fish finder just to get me on the water. But I will be upgrading this one. If anything, I'm gonna upgrade, but not even remove this one. I'm gonna leave this one here, because when I'm sitting over here, this is what I typically look at, you know. And then I can do a bunch of stuff. So I can go to like quick draw maps, and it'll show me all the maps and stuff that I've done. I can do map traditional, so it'll show me underneath, and then it'll show me the map. I mean, it's not going to show me the map right here right now, but and then split frequencies. And if you guys are familiar with that stuff, you'll know this stuff. So but yeah, that's what I like to look at when I'm hauling ass on the boat, you know. Well, hauling ass my whole 17 miles an hour. But yeah, I got a tons of different decals as well. I got a few baits, a few worms that I was using here. These are Zoom. Actually, Peter gave me this one, and then I picked these up. This is a Guggen. Ooh, it's a little windy as well. It's a little windy. I got a little square bill here because this time of year I like fishing a little shallow. Most of the time the bass are typically shallow, but they're also deep, so it really depends. And then I got this ruler here to tournament board because I have fished a few tournaments. I haven't fished one recently, but hopefully, maybe if something comes up here pretty soon, I'd definitely sign up for it, you know. But yeah, this is the front deck. It weighs about 60 pounds or so, 55, 60 pounds total weight with carpet, the wood, and the frame. I try to keep it as light as possible, but it's really difficult in order to keep this kind of stable. Now, I do plan on changing it to like aluminum framing, but this is what I have. This is where my trolling motor stuff is basically at. And this is where I keep my batteries down here. Sometimes I'll keep some tackle just to have it at arm's reach right here. And then obviously I got life vests down here because, you know, you gotta have those. And then this is where my trolling motor gets plugged in from. With the battery, I'll just plug these in, and these kind of just dangle to the side. I do want to move this more towards the inside, either or, just so it's not in the way. But that's my main hatch. That's what I step on most of the time. And then the bread and butter trolling motor. This is a Minn Kota Edge, 45-pound thrust, 5-speed. It's pretty cool. I actually love this thing. One of the homies sold it to me. One of my buddies sold it to me for a pretty good deal, and all I got to do is just pull this lever here, or I can pull it from the handle, but yeah, I got to come all the way over here and just pull this lever. It releases the latch, and then that's when I can lift the trolling motor up. So, and then I like the handle because it kind of sits here nice. I already had to replace the cord once, so if you guys have a trolling motor, do take this specific trolling motor, do take note that in this spot right here, you can already kind of see it starts to mess up, you know. So always have an extra cord ready on the go just in case you have to replace it, you know. And then these are the navigation lights that I was telling you guys. These are the red and green lights that come in the front. And then the trailer's nothing fancy. Honestly I think it's a homemade trailer, because when I bought it, the guy sold the trailer to me with the boat, and ever since then I haven't really replaced it. I've wanted to, but I've kind of just been slacking it. So little by little I'm going to be fixing up the trailer. But overall, you know, it's a pretty nice boat. Like I said, it's a 14 by 36 if I'm correct. You know, it's a really nice boat. One thing I'd really like to do is cut this out and then put a little trolling motor foot tray down here, a recess tray, so I don't have to have my foot up here, so it's flat down here, you know. And yeah, I got a bunch of decals. I actually make these decals, so if you guys ever want any decals, let me know, because I make my own. You can make just about anything, you know. And the only ones that I have are my favorite brands, you know. Googan Baits, I love Googan Baits. You know, Addicted with the big old hook because I'm addicted to fishing. Garmin, these came with the fish finder. Gamakatsu because they got the best hooks. Berkley because I love Berkley, you know. And then let me go show you this one. A lot of you guys might actually know this one. Probably you guys actually have the sticker maybe. It's Richard Wiggler's Bait Company from Pahrump, Nevada. So if you guys want live bait, definitely check those guys out. They deliver bait here locally in Las Vegas, and they'll actually meet you out at the lake and deliver bait to you guys out there. So definitely hit them up for your live bait. But yeah, guys, this is my boat. You know, like I said, it's nothing fancy. I did everything myself. It's all made out of wood. You know, these are my hatches right here. Like I said, you know, keep most of my stuff here. A few baits, a few plugs, and then my batteries are actually in here. This is where my wiring is all kind of under here, but I keep my batteries in here, nice in this box, so they're always dry, because my boat is a little leaky. So it's not too leaky to where like it bothers me, you know, but when it gets a little colder, I do plan on redoing the inside of the boat. You know, I'll probably end up hopefully welding, but we'll see. You know, I got a buddy that's a welder, so hopefully we can get that done. But yeah, this, like I said, guys, this is my boat. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed that tour of the boat. You know, like I said, it's nothing fancy. It gets me on the water. I got it for a pretty good price, especially for Vegas prices, since on the East Coast I could have probably gotten this boat for like $400, honestly. But since I'm not on the East Coast anymore, I had to pay what I had to pay out here. I'm not going to tell you guys how much I paid, but it wasn't cheap. You know, I'll tell you one thing, it was over $1,000. So for Vegas prices, that was a pretty decent price for the amount of boat that I got. You know, I got it in a pretty rough shape. You know, it was pretty ugly when I got it. It was red, it was horrible, but here we are now. I built it up, repainted it, and did everything, and it's held up so far. And I've only had it for about a year, you know, so far it looks pretty good. And I do intend to do more modifications in the future, but for now this is what I have, and this is what's getting me on the water. This is what's helping me catch those fish that I can't reach. So once again, if you guys can, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, you're not only helping me grow, you're helping the channel grow. So stay tuned for the next video, guys. Peace out.